Welcome back. Well, selling children for profit is a multi-billion-dollar global industry, and it's getting worse. More than 1 million children are trafficked worldwide every year.
And almost half are forced into sexual slavery. A Montana-based ministry has released a new documentary to raise awareness about sexual exploitation in Asia. Gary Lane has the story.
Great Britain and the United States may have abolished slavery more than 150 years ago, but today human enslavement and sexual trafficking is widespread. It's now affecting 160 countries worldwide. Trafficked, A Hope in the Dark, is a new documentary produced by the Montana-based ministry Vision Beyond Borders. It details sexual trafficking in Nepal and India. Patrick Klein is executive producer.
If you're a prostitute, a lot of times you choose that lifestyle and you make income from it. But these girls are not prostitutes. They're not choosing this lifestyle. They've been forced into this lifestyle. They've been sold as slaves. I would say the girls on the streets are young as probably 15, 16 years old, but we've heard stories of even 5-year-old girls being taken from the villages. Sometimes they'll actually be sold by their own family members.
Filmmaker Jennings Barmore says the market for young girls is growing at brothels.
It seemed like their sell line every time was young girls, young girls, and that was the way they tried to pull you in, and just how perverse things have become to where the selling point of getting men in here is, younger girls.
That's good girl, young girl.
For sex?
Yeah, you get here in the house, and the rooms also available there. 45 minutes, air-conditioned room, and you get all things there. Facility, young girl.
Butter was 15 when a friendly man offered her a job. She accompanied him to a movie theater where he drugged her. She fell unconscious and later awoke in a Mumbai brothel. Butter could not escape because she was never left alone. Vision Beyond Borders worker Debbie Che said sex workers never get a break from their degrading lives. If they don't keep up their quota, they and even their children will pay a price.
I heard that they're told if you don't get a customer today, you won't eat.
Wow.
And that was really shocking. Or, if you don't cooperate, we're going to hurt your child. And so even their motherhood is violated.
Some are denied the chance to experience the joy of motherhood. Patrick Klein says he's witnessed a new development in Kathmandu, Nepal.
We're seeing abortion clinics coming up all over the place providing free abortion services.
Is that cultural for them to allow abortion?
I don't think it's cultural at all, and especially a culture that's very family-based. But it seems like they're finding this is supposedly the solution to these women becoming impregnated, so let's just abort the baby and you can keep going on doing what you're doing.
So what is the solution to help rescue women, children, and others from sexual enslavement? Klein says people need to become aware of the problem. That's why he produced the Trafficked documentary. He also says prayer can make a difference.
When Christians begin to pray and cry out to God, we see God working. The powerful thing in this documentary is the transformed life. When these girls come to know Jesus as their Lord and Savior, they find forgiveness for their own sins, but they're able to forgive the men and women that have used them.
And what about Butter? She was enslaved for 15 years, but gained freedom after some Christians introduced the brothel owner to Christ. Butter eventually returned to her home village, where she was shunned by neighbors. Klein hopes his documentary will motivate Christians to get involved, to help young women like Butter.
I think when we see individual people and hear these women's stories, that all of a sudden they become a human being, and that we also have a responsibility to do something to help them.
Butter eventually fled to another Asian country. A Christian woman named Deepa helped her transition into a new life, one free from sexual enslavement.
मनमा चाहिँ त्यस्तो आयो अनि फेरि पनि हेरेपछि हात हल्लाउँदै दिदी आउनुभयो अनि त्यहाँ हामी चाहिँ ल पक्कै यो चाहिँ पक्कै भयो कि हामी चाहिँ आमाकै घरमा आइपुग्यौँ.
Gary Lane, CBN News.